Awesome. I think we're recording. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jess from Fill Your Books. I am here with one of our amazing students, Rosa, who's like not even completely finished with the program. We're kind of like halfway in, maybe even like 3 weeks in, would you say?
Um,
Or are we?
I think I barely just hit a month.
Okay,
But I did kind of take a little bit of time off during my move, so probably total about 3 weeks. Yeah.
cool. So yeah, we're a month or so in, we're not completely through, and we're already hitting amazing milestones. And I just wanted to share a little bit about Rosa's experience and her story. So Rosa, will you kick us off and just share a little bit about what you do, where you're from, and why you love what you do?
I am a hairstylist. I was born in Denver, but I was in San Diego when I started the program, and now I'm back in Denver. I love doing hair. I love making people feel beautiful again and just feel like their best selves and show their appearance through their hair.
So tell me a little bit about what life was like pre-fill your books. What were some of the things that you're struggling with at the time, or some of the reasons why you were like in search for something like fill your books?
Okay, so in around October timeframe, my boyfriend and I decided to move to Denver from San Diego, which was in our 5-year plan, but we thought it was like at the very end of our 5-year plan. And my boyfriend was like, "Hey, I started applying for jobs." So I was like, "Okay, that's fine." Like, I don't know what to do. And then when we thought about it more, I was like, "Okay, well, to me, it makes sense to come back and forth from San Diego to Denver so that I can keep my clients in San Diego." Um, the salon that I was working at, which they did all marketing for me, um, they would not allow me to go back and forth in between um, Denver and San Diego just because it was too long in between periods. So I found a salon that would let me do that, but I was just renting. They did no marketing, no, they didn't have their own online booking or anything. And I started at that salon November 22nd. And in doing that, I started marketing myself, which I learned that I have no idea how to do localized marketing. Any marketing I've ever done has been like broad spectrum internet sales, like selling stuff through Etsy or whatever. So I was like kind of panicking because I already had a client base there and I wasn't able to gain new clients. Um, and an ad for Fill Your Books popped up on my, I think, Instagram feed, and I was looking into it and I was like, like, I feel like I should do this. And I showed my boyfriend and he was like, yeah, he's like, I mean, like he was like, well, I feel like you already know how to do marketing. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know how to do marketing like that. Like I've done some ads here and there. I've spent money on ads and I've gotten literally zero clients from those ads. So I had my call with you guys and set everything up. I found out I was moving way sooner than we anticipated. I signed up for Fill Your Books on December 15th, I think, 15th or 16th. And I opened my suite. I decided to do a suite. I didn't want to work for anybody when I moved here because I thought I needed that flexibility. Um, I opened my suite on January 6th. And before I even got to Denver, the first 2 days that I was at the salon, I was fully booked, which is like more than I could ever dream of. And my success that I've had so far in being in Denver for, I think I've only been open for a total of 20 days, but I haven't been working all of those days. Um, and I'm already at halfway of what I used to be in San Diego, like sales wise, for the month. So the fact that I came here with no clients and I'm able to do that using these strategies and the programs and the trainings that come with Fill Your Books is amazing. Today, actually, I was supposed to fly to San Diego for my clients. And about a week and a half ago or 2 weeks, I reached out to all my clients and I canceled them and I let everybody know that I'm no longer going to San Diego. Um, San Diego was definitely a safety net for me. And in like doing this program, it gave me that drive and that ambition to know that I can do it myself. Just by the marketing techniques that are taught in this group.
That's amazing. And the fact, I just want to highlight, so it's January 26th right now.
Mm-hmm.
And not only like have you just moved, but you are also dealing with the move and all of these other things, and you are still able to do these strategies, work it in. It may not have been like graceful and easy, but you were able to do enough to set yourself up for this amount of success in such a short amount of time. And by having a system, would you say like it's easier to just like be able to get things done when you're like, okay, like at least I know what I have to get done. It's like very clear and laid out.
Yeah, it's way easier. I made it a goal for myself to go through enough of the training to be able to start organically reaching out to people using the strategies and techniques that you guys taught us before I left San Diego. So even when I was driving in the middle of nowhere, when I stopped at gas stations, I was doing what I was supposed to do. I was doing the techniques and making sure to reach out to people. And it felt crazy because I was booking people like 2 or 3 weeks out. Um, but you just can't put that block on what you think someone is going to do, because you never know what someone's going to do. You just have, worst case scenario, you are where you were before you spoke to them. Best case scenario, you have a new client in your chair.
I love how you put that. And it's like the differential of the positive what if or like the negative what if. Like the negative what if could have kept you stuck, but you're like, well, like worst case scenario, I'm just right where I was. I might as well go for it and go for the yes and maybe move
Mm-hmm.
the needle forward. I give you so much credit because we can give you guys all of the strategies, but it really comes down to you and showing up for yourself. Did you find that the strategies were easy to apply? Going through the, you know, the framework and the the videos, was that easy to do for you or?
Yeah, it was very easy. Everything's laid out so straightforward. There were a few things that I felt like out of my comfort zone doing, but to me, like that's what learning is about. So as long as you get past that, like there was a certain point, like me and my boyfriend were like laughing at some of the stuff because I'm like, I feel so silly, like, which is fine, but you just have to put yourself past that comfort zone.
Yeah. No, and it's something that people talk about all the time, but when you're faced with it, it's much harder to do. So if you knew someone who was relating to you right now watching this video, um or was watching this video, what would you say to them in terms of like any advice or any insight that you can give from your experience, something that you might think would help them if they're feeling nervous about it or if they feel like maybe they have too much going on? What would you say to them?
I would say just do it. The training they make so easy. I think the longest training like video was maybe 30 minutes. But if you go through it and chip away at it a little by little every day, I mean, you can start implementing things each day, and it's not going to be as overwhelming as you feel like it is. Um, like I made it a goal to just try to do like one thing, like do one step that you guys were saying to do a day. And I feel like that did make it a little easier. But I don't think that you should be scared to do it because um, I've I've made almost $6,000 being open 20 days. A suite that I just moved to a brand new state halfway across the country. Like I thought it was going to take me 4 months to make that much money.
Where do
Uh,
you see yourself in 4 months now versus before?
um, my goal is to do $1,000 a day in the salon, which I've already had a few $1,000 days. Another thing I guess I would say is don't be hard on yourself. Like I've had so much success through this program, but every day is going to be different. Like today, I have 0 clients, but I still have almost $2,000 in services booked this week. So you are going to have those days. You're going to have those days where people aren't reaching out to you. You're going to have days where you don't have clients, but you can't let that get you down. Like those are the days where I'm like, okay, I'm going to buckle down on training. Like, what can I do to make my Instagram look better? Or like, how can I change how I'm speaking to people and stuff? So you just have to work on yourself on those times.
No, 100%. You can't have peaks without valleys, and things ebb and flow all the time. But I always say it's like looking at the stock market. It might feel really up and down when you're like this close to it, but if you take a step back, it's like it's up and down, but you're growing. You're going in an upward trajectory, and it all kind of balances out. You just have to, leverage the time that you have. Look at it more as like a blessing in disguise when you have a 0 day, and it's like, great, I can leverage this to, stack the deck for the next time that I might have had a valley, and make that a peak instead, and just get in front of it, because there is a lag. But listen, it really does like come down to your mindset and just the way that you look at something. And so if you can just keep going, not be so hard on yourself, give yourself some grace, and know like that's what business is all about. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, even like, for example, this week, I started Monday, I had 2 clients on my books, and I have 9 clients on my books now this week. So it's, you just have to be consistent. Even today, my boyfriend knows I'm so into this program and what I'm doing right now. He was like, "Oh, it must be nice, like, not to have to go to work today, because every day is different." He was like, "Oh, well," he's like, "that's fine." He's like, "You could just work on your trainings and stuff and get through more." Like, he already knows, like, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, it's my day off. Yeah, it sucks I don't have clients, but he knows I'm gonna put my energy somewhere else, because you're the only one stopping yourself from being successful. You guys give us all of the tools and more. Like, you guys dove into things that I didn't even think, like, even just like basics of running a business. So
No,
it's been amazing.
oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And like the beautiful thing is like the whole time, I know you had mentioned earlier that you had done paid ads and everything like that, and you haven't even done a paid ad.
Mm-mm.
You haven't even gotten to that part of the training yet.
Nope.
So there is like so many more things to come, especially as you do get more busy, and it'll allow you to automize that, and you'll just continue to have that compound effect. And I'm so excited to see where you go. I'm so excited to see you hit consistent $1,000 days, and you're for your new 4-month goal. So stay tuned, guys, because we might just have another testimonial from Rosa when she's all the way through. But we just wanted to catch up real quick. So if you guys are watching this and you're interested in Fill Your Books, we would love to meet you. So head over to fillyourbooks.com. You guys can watch more testimonials. There's a ton of testimonials like this. Fill out an application just to have a conversation. You don't even have to know if it's going to be right for you. You'll find out for sure once you talk to one of our success coaches. And hopefully I will see you guys in the inner circle on the other side. Have a great day.